Hey techies, welcome or welcome back to kaetalkstech. I'm Kay, let's talk tech. So today's video is let the buyer beware. This is a case of deceptive practices, in my opinion, by a software company that has an app that sounds a lot like ChatGPT. It's called Chatly with a logo that looks a lot like ChatGPT. There it is, you see it on the screen. That when I Googled ChatGPT from my phone, a sponsored result came up first. I saw a roundish symbol, saw a similar name, didn't look at it too hard, bought the yearly subscription for $90 and was trying to use it, and then could not use it in the way that I know that I can use ChatGPT. And then I understood that I had been bamboozled. The practices are deceptive as far as I'm concerned. So I reached out to the company and I said, listen, um, I made a mistake. I bought your software. That's not what I was trying to buy. Um, your refund policy says I need to cancel within 30 minutes. I can't have used it extensively. I've only used it a couple of times. I'm including the information that you say has to be in the refund request, and I would like my money back. And they said, no, 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 no. I said, but I followed your rules. They're like, well, accidental purchase is not a reason for a refund, according to our policy, which I don't recall them saying that you had to meet the reason. It said you had to meet a reason or it had to be within 30 minutes. But if you stand by your product and you believe in your product, then you don't make your logo close to something that is very, very popular. If for no other reason than you don't want to get sued, you don't make the name very close to something very, very popular. And if somebody says, "Oh, I didn't mean to buy that," you can just give them their money back. Okay. So we went back and forth several times, and I was not pleasant. Okay. I was like, you are riding the coattails of ChatGPT. I'm paraphrasing. Your practices are deliberately deceptive. I want my money back. And they said, well, after several times, the first time they had an automated response. Then a few days later, somebody responded. I responded to that. Then a month later, somebody else responded. And I responded to that. And they're like, listen, we know about the pain and how upsetting this must be. So as a gesture of goodwill and a one-time situation, we can offer you 50% back. So that tells me that you know that you're wrong. So why would I pay you $45 for something I don't want? No, I need my whole $90 back. That's right. That's right, tech besties. $90. Yeah. So I said, no, I will not accept 50%, but I will accept 100%. And they came back with the same thing again. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to talk about this to everyone who will listen. It's going to cost you a lot more than that $90 because you are risking your reputation. And, in business, you need to have integrity and transparency, and you have neither one. So, yeah, I'm not happy. I don't want your product. I'm not interested in your product, but I do want my money back. So I think that we're done talking. That was the gist of it. Um, and the last offer of 50% was sent to me on August 2nd, and I have not responded. Today is August 5th. I don't plan to respond. What I do plan to do is start making complaints. Does ChatGPT know about this? Does the Better Business Bureau know about this? Does the Department of Consumer Affairs know about this? Since this situation, they have changed their logo. This is their new logo. Let me make it larger so you can see it. Well, yeah, that's the new logo since these things happened. And yeah, this is not, I don't care. Okay, I want my money back. If you're not going to give me my money back, then I'm going to give you exponentially more bad press because your practices were deceptive. So then I decided to just do an internet search and see what's coming up. And it was very interesting what I found. Okay, so let's look at Chatly. It's Chatley a scam? It does indeed seem a bit fishy. Uh, Trustpilot gives it a 2.0 out of 5. Then the customer service reviews are 1.8 out of 5. Scam Advisor says it's not likely a scam, but legit and reliable. But then a little further down on September 25th, it says it has a low trust score. It may be a scam. Scam Advisor gave a low review to Chatley app online. Okay. Then over here on the from the Apple Store, it says it's extremely deceptive. And I'm glad this is someone's comments. I'm glad I figured it out before committing to another premium subscription. I'm happy to pay the $240 fee if it was tied to whatever, whatever. So they weren't happy with it. Chatly AI Smart Assistant 4 Plus App Store. Just a scam, deceptive branding. This is exactly what I said. Thought I was using ChatGPT, so I subscribed. That's what happened to me too. Then, of course, you cannot get a refund. 1.0 out of 5. So these people are going to go out of business for being scammy. Okay, that's just what's going to happen. There's something here grinding soft about a dating website. I don't know what that's about. I'm not even getting into that, but it is what it is. Now, I saw a different Reddit review where the person was complaining that basically the same thing that happened to them happened to me, and that review was a year old. So the complaints about this software go back at least a year. So yeah, let the buyer beware. Don't get scammed. Don't get fooled. They've changed their logo, but they haven't changed their name. When I Google them, they don't come up first anymore. They were in sponsored results before, um, about a month ago, and so I guess they decide to make some changes, but I don't really care what changes they make. I know what they did and I plan to tell the story. So like the video, share the video, send it to a friend so they don't get scammed. And then look in the description box and there'll be a bunch of information about me, the coaching that I do, so forth and so on. Then come back and let's talk tech again. Bye.